Hello everyone, good evening. Good evening. It's been some time now. How are we all doing? Believing God, you guys are all doing great. I've come tonight to talk about just a quick topic, okay? And not too long, okay? There is this topic I want to talk about, and apparently some certain persons has been disturbing me to talk about it, which I decided that I'm going to be talking about today. All right, okay guys, listen. It's all about to do with a mother or mothers who have children in previous relationship or previous marriage, and now you're in a current relationship or current marriage, and now you have a child with this person you're with now. Now your other children is being neglected. Your attention now is on the new ones. Okay, first enough, we understand that when you just married or you're with new partner, you want to like pay attention a little bit. Okay, we all know that. It's just like when you're on your mobile phone, you want to get like when you easily get distracted, but you don't know that you're being rude to others by being on your phone, because that phone is more important to you at that time. That's how it is when it comes to children as well, because they need your time, but at that time you can't physically give them that time. Or now you have a child in this new relationship or marriage, and now you've neglected the one or two that you had before, and you're paying attention to them, and now the attention is like shared between the man you're with and the child you've just had. Right, listen parents, I think, or listen mothers, let me just go to mothers first before I break it down to both sides. I want you guys to understand this, okay? Mothers, when you have a child, it's just like having a child with the same father. You have two children. Even if you're neglecting the other one, you will not see it, because you think because they're the same dad they don't mind. Trust me, they do mind, because the other one, because it's just like when you have two children and one is so quiet, the other one is really not quiet. It's just everywhere. It's so hyper. Right, what you need to do, you can't give that one that is so hyper, that is so, I don't want to use some languages, yeah, you can't give that 100% of time and neglect the one that you think is not disturbing you, is just quiet. No, the one that is quiet needs you as much as the other one. Fair enough, it might not be the same level of needing attention, but as a mother, I will advise, okay, get the one that is quiet, get him involved. Okay, get him involved. Sometimes leave him without a brother, leave them together. Sometimes when the brother see that the big brother or the small brother is so quiet, he will want to like, okay, my brother is not naughty the way I am, and they can understand themselves, they can understand the body language and what they need. I think parents should look into that as well. And also, if you as a man, you know that you're with a woman and you have a child, one is very naughty and the other one is very okay, help this woman. Sometimes I will advise, if they're both boys, okay, let's start with boys. If they're both boys, I will advise the father should get more involved, because the father will understand the level of men or boys, of how to nurture their sons. All right, I would say the fathers should get more involved than the mothers. The mothers will get involved, don't get me wrong, because mothers will always be mothers, but I would say fathers should get involved and break them down to the level you want them to be, and to give that respect, so that they can have that self-esteem, that self-respect, to respect others and to respect themselves. Respect starts from home. So when you start building it in them, making them have physical relationship, and making them understand that I am the father, your mother is your mother, but your mother needs respect, deserve soft treat. Trust me, those boys will start understanding. And also, sometimes, fair enough, mothers will always be mothers. As I said, they will always want to have quality time with the boys, and boys always want to show more affection to their mother. I learned to find out that is not true. Sometimes some boys, they get detached from their mothers. They might say they love their mother, but they always get detached. I will advise in this case, please mother, show your boys love. Show them love, because the love you give to them, that determines the love they're going to give to a woman outside. When they eventually get married, they're into a relationship, they're trying to build courtship, they show that love. Because boys' children, when you don't give them love, they will end up passing the same anger to a woman they're going to meet, because that anger has been in them with the mother and with the father without them not knowing that it's not good. That's why you see some women who cannot be patient enough, who cannot take it anymore. They walk out of the marriage, they walk out of the relationship because they can't continue, they can't cope. That's when you see a man saying, I love you. I don't need to be telling you every time I love you. Listen, you have to show it. You have to tell the woman. Yes, you have to show it. Showing it even makes the picture more bigger, more broader. That like, oh yes, I know my man, he loves me so much. He can do anything for me. He can be there for me. Yes, it's the way you show love. Tiny things, little things, show love. Let this woman, let the man know that. Let this person know that, yes, my baby, my husband, my honey loves me so much, okay? That's that, okay? Also, as a father, as a stepfather who has come into a marriage or into a relationship with a woman, knowing that the child is there already before you came in, I want to give you this simple advice. If you have a child before, maybe with somebody else, and you walked away, or you're no longer in the relationship, now you want to come and join somebody who is having a child, please, for crying out loud, treat this child as you would treat yours. And you woman, make sure this man is having good relationship, or investigate to know if he's having good relationship, good bond as a father and son, and a father and daughter with the one he had before. Don't take that nonsense from him to say, oh, my wife don't want me to get involved with it. She's punishing me with the child. Yes, I've started believing that right now, because recently I did a video of a father, look after your children, and guess what, guys? Men called me more. Men called me. And I remember one or two persons, I even gave them advice and say, go to the court, because you can't do this on your own. That is me personally, all right? Because I'll tell you the truth. If the truth might hurt, but it's better to say it the way it is, okay? When the court is involved, you can't say no, she can't say no. You have to do what is right, because if you can't be a father to your child and you come up and say, until that child is grown, you want to start saying, oh, I was there, I tried for the child, but the woman didn't allow me. No, there's every side to a story. You can go as far as going beyond what, because that child is going to grow and ask you, why didn't you go to the court? Why didn't you look for me? Why didn't you do this? You know the way children are in this country? I would advise, go as far as that. Look for every means. Go to the lady's parents. Go to her friends. Go to everybody. If she's still insisting, no. Listen, go to the court. That's my only advice. Don't let it get to 16. When they get to 16, you have no say anymore. It's until the child made a decision. And if that child make the decision and believe what he or she wants to believe, you are done. You are done. If the child says, I don't want nothing to do with you as a father, you are done for life. Because nobody's going to change that child's mind. But if that child know that you went as far as courts, you went as far as family, you went as far as different people. And if different people come to him or her to tell her that, yes, your dad did come to me, I went to your mom said no. I went to your dad, I went to this, I went to court. Even court tried, but there's no way court will try it. She will say no, because court will collect that child, or court will make the decision. Court will take that child and say, okay, if you don't want the father to see the child, because we've investigated the father is a good father, he has no criminal record, you have no criminal record, but now you're refusing. If not, we're going to sanction you. They'll give you penalty. They'll make you to go through what the court will say is a breach of child whatever, negligence, or there's a word for it. But at the end of the day, you don't want none of that, because if you refuse, they'll take that child, you come and see the child, he come and see the child. If that's what you want, go for it. If that's what you think is the best, I will advise you, please do listen and let peace reign among. But if you have a father who don't even want to, leave him. Leave him. Time will tell. 100 years is not always forever. As I've always said, 100 years is not forever. But we pray that we'll still be alive to witness some certain things. That's all I would say. And right, for the mothers, for the fathers who have come into the relationship to meet that, okay, yes, oh, you're married to this woman now, or you're in a relationship with this woman have a child. My advice to you, take it slowly. Don't just think you want to come and be the child's father overnight. It's not going to happen. It's not possible. because it's gone those days that Africa, okay, they can force you to say this is your father. You have no choice. And sometimes you won't even know until your 20s or till you've grown. Maybe because of the love or the affection or the way the surrender is. Nobody's going to tell you. But you will just think it's normal. It's my dad. But one thing I want to say to you right now, parents, fathers, most especially fathers who leave to go and get married to somebody who is having a child, please involve that child in that relationship. Involve that child. Let that child know that, yes, the way you love my mother, you love me. Right, the love can never be equal, but at the end of the day, don't love her the other way around. Love her the way you love your own self, as your own flesh and blood. That's what I mean. All right. So fathers, at the end of the day, when this woman is spending the quality time with a child, let her do it, because they've always been like that before you came into the relationship. They've always been like that before you walked into their lives. So right now, if the mother used to spend 2 hours with this child, don't come straight away and cut it 0 hours. It's not going to work. That child will rebel. That child is going to rebel. And the way he or she is going to rebel, you will regret the day you came into the marriage. That's how it works. I'm telling you. You will regret every single bit of it, because the bond of the mother and that son or that daughter is like this. It's so strong. Even if they're like cat and rat, they fight. They're like teeth and tongue that fight. They settle. But at the end of the day, a child will always be a child. There is a prayer point I used to pray that there is no distance between the father and the son. There is no distance between a mother and a child. That prayer point simply means that when you're going through some certain things and you've been abandoned, there's a prayer. And there is no distance between you and God. God will always answer your prayer. That's me for me. But I want to say to you, mothers, I want to really from my heart, if your relationship, you had a child outside wedlock, then now you're settled, you're married, please, let your man see the child as his own, and you as well see him as his own father, and let things work well between both of them as a father and a child. Always tell your children, if the man came into your life when the child was just 1 month old, 3 months old, or still pregnant, when that child is born, get to some certain age, it might be 10 years old, I would seriously advise to say, let the child know this is not your father, but he has been there for you as a father figure. All right? And that child will walk through that knowing that he's not my father, but let me accept him. He's my dad. I don't care what anybody's saying. I think that will work perfectly well. All right? For parents who are all like worked up, talking about children not respecting their partner at the moment and all of that, let me tell you, it's not going to be one day thing. It's going to take time. And allow this child, allow these children to understand. Sit them down. Talk to them. Allow them to know. If they come to tell you things that you're not happy about, sit them down and say, okay, my son or my daughter, how do you want us to do this? How do you want this to play out? How do you want this to work out? Let them tell you. You're buying anything. And another thing, you as a father, coming out from somewhere, maybe you're no longer with this woman at all, you're done with her with one reason or the other, now she's having a child with you, and you go out, you're coming, or you want to come and see your child, you're coming back, you buy this child, your own child, iPhone 10 or iPhone, whatever they call it, and there is a son or daughter that your child came to meet in that house before your child was born, that you used to love. Now you're coming to see your own child. You cannot even come to see that child to say, oh, my darling, here is a box of chocolate. Here is a box of whatever. Because you forget one thing. Because that child is not biologically yours does not mean that you will not look after that child. Let me tell you one thing. You forget that that child has always been with your daughter. He or she is the one playing with your child. He or she is the one helping your child to grow, to know that your child is not lonely. Your child is not thinking, why me? But your child is occupied knowing that she has a brother, she has a sister that she communicates with. So that's why you must treat both of them equally. Treat them the same. Let her be the one to say, oh, daddy, Mr. Whatever he or she calls you. Oh, you know I'm not a baby anymore. How can you be buying me these childish things? This is not. Let it come from her to say, oh no, that thing you bought for me last time, I didn't really like it, it's not for my age. Then you say, listen, I've made mistake, I didn't know. You know, I've always been with my daughter. I know that age, I just thought, I still look at you as a baby. So I don't look at you like, so sorry, my darling. Next time when I'm coming, what do you want me to buy for you? Ask, she will tell you. Daddy, I want you to buy me this. Or Mr. Whatever, I want you to buy me this. I want you to. Don't come to a home that you know you have a child in that home with a woman, and that woman had a child before, and you're coming, you buy one present or two presents because you have a child, 2 children, there are 3 children. You forget about the one you have before. Don't do it. Don't do it to buy present for just your one. You met another child there. So respect the other child you met there and do what is right as a father. That's my belief. I hope this video will help for those of you who are asking me to like give opinion. What do I think? This is exactly what I think. It's not right. I think it should be done in an equal way. I think it should be done in a very, very, very respectful way, so that both children can understand that yes, we've been treated the same. We've never been treated differently. All right? And you fathers as well understand, because these children, they're not happy. Most time, 98%, they are not happy. Somebody's coming to take their father's position. They're not happy. Even if their father was never there, they're still not happy. Because I've spoken to children. I know the way they talk. I know what they say. I know what they tell me. So please, mothers, try to listen to them, and you will see the benefit of it, and you will enjoy them as children and as a partner. Togetherness, you will all do it. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this video. I hope this video will help you. If you enjoyed this video, or you love, or you've picked 1 or 2 things from this video, I would love you to subscribe to our channel. And any program, any video I've done, you'll get the notification. And yeah, you can share with your friends and family, those who you're talking to that will not listen. I think this is a good platform for you to share for them, and they will understand what to do and what to say. So share and like this video, and also subscribe. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful weekend. Stay blessed.